The reason why I decided to become a tour guide is directly related to why I decided to come to UCLA in the first place. And I remember being extremely inspired by my tour guide, and he convinced me right off the bat to come to UCLA. And then I remember thinking my sophomore year about the possibility of becoming a tour guide, and I remembered how fantastic of an experience I had, and so that kind of convinced me to get going and join.
When I was touring schools, I realized that the person who was leading me around on the tours really played an influence my decision on which schools I really wanted to take a further look into, and I thought it'd be really cool for me to kind of play that role for other students.
It starts with you applying. You submit a written application, and then if they like your written application, you come back and do a group interview. If they like you after the group interview, then you have an individual interview. And then after that, you're going to go into training. After you shadow a few tours and sit in a kind of like lecture hall style training session. It's pretty long, like I said, but rightfully so, because I think we do represent the university, and so it should be long and drawn out and thorough.
I'd say the hardest thing, also fun, but just thinking on your feet. You'll get a variety of questions, not necessarily difficult, but just like, why would you ask that type of thing?
I had a dad actually at the very beginning of this school year ask me how many nights a week I went out and drank, and I was in front of the entire tour group. I basically just brushed it off, and I was like, you know, like every student makes it what they want, so you have the opportunity to do what you want as a student. And I basically told him if he had any more questions, he could come up to me after the tour and I'll answer them.
I've definitely had weird requests over the phone, whether it be, hi, can you schedule my entire trip to California? Like, I want to visit these 4 schools and I want to stay here. And I'm like, sorry, I'm not your travel agent. I don't do that.
One of the moms decided to ask me why I chose UCLA over USC. And then, you know, we're discouraged to talk about other universities in our tour. Obviously, we want to make it more about UCLA. The most awkward part about it was that I got rejected from USC, so like the parent just automatically assumed that I got into USC, and so in the back of my mind, I was just laughing it off and thinking, wow, they have no idea that, like, for me, it was just the easiest decision.
I had a high school group from Chicago. One of the things that really stuck out to me was that they were all just so engaged and wanted to learn so much about UCLA. I think after we come to UCLA, sometimes it's hard to get caught up in the fact that, you know, we have midterms and tests. Seeing their passion and excitement for UCLA really reminded me why I chose UCLA.
I feel like every time I give a tour, I'm just fall in love with UCLA again, and I'm so proud to be a Bruin. Just walking around campus, telling people about my school, but also just seeing how excited they are to be here, and seeing like a high school kid lean into their parents and be like, I really want to go to school here, Mom. It's inspiring.